long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a movie called A New Hope was released, unknowingly sparking one of the biggest franchises on Earth. It now has 11 movies, TV shows, comics, books, video games, an entire universe built around what this movie started. But the more that the universe expands, the more it shows that the universe is much more interesting than what the movies have ever portrayed. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So settle in and get ready to hate me, because this is why the Star Wars movies suck compared to the rest of the universe. The first Star Wars movie I ever watched was The Phantom Menace when I was about 6 or 7. And while I knew that a lot of it was boring even then, I mean, the pod race, Darth Maul, the droids, and the Jedi, that was all really cool for me. So, and at that point I didn't even know the original trilogy existed because I'm 6 or 7. Then the Clone Wars came out. And while there are some dumb moments in that movie, a lot of dumb moments in that movie, kid me never noticed because the battle on Genoa is just fucking dope. And it still is. I love that scene. And Revenge of the Sith, it was the only one we owned growing up, and it's probably one of my favorites out of all of the movies. That fight with Obi-Wan and Anakin at the end is one of my favorite, is my favorite fight scene in the series. I didn't end up watching the original trilogy until I was about 20 years old. And when I did, I didn't mind, Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope and stuff, but I didn't really like Return of the Jedi at all. Overall, the original trilogy was just kind of meh for me. I can see how they spawned and why they spawned the universe that it has, but the special effects for the time are phenomenal. But I'm not all that into older movies. I'm not a film student or critic or any of that kind of thing. So 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna like older movies. There are exceptions to that. I love me some old slasher movies, and there's a few older movies I enjoy, but for the most part, I'm just not into it. Then The Force Awakens, I thought was okay. It was just kind of there, I guess. But it was really The Last Jedi that killed it for me. I thought it was really bad. I don't like it at all. Like, Poe's side story added nothing to the entire story, and as soon as he's about to do something, I forget what her name is, but the girl he was with the whole time just stops him from saving everyone and going out a big badass hero because feelings. Fuck that. He should have went out a big dick hero and actually contributed to the fucking story. That's all I'll say about that. I haven't watched Rogue One or Solo. I'm just not really into it, I guess. And I'm not gonna watch the newest one because honestly, fuck the Skywalkers. Recently, what kind of made me realize this was playing through Jedi Fallen Order and the story for Battlefront 2. And you know what? Star Wars is fucking cool. Then I thought back to being a kid, and most of my favorite Star Wars things were video games or the Clone Wars TV show. Star Wars is great outside of the movies. The Force Unleashed games I've played through multiple times. Even though the second one's short, I still have a lot of fun playing that game. I grew up with the original 2 Battlefronts, and obviously those are amazing. And I want to love Star Wars, I really do. But the original trilogy is just not my thing. The prequel trilogies have more shit than good. And the Disney trilogy feels pointless. And they got rid of the extended universe, which is honestly the best part of Star Wars. I mean, maybe I'll just have to stick to games and comics and stuff, because I've heard that some of the comics are phenomenal. Um, but yeah, there's just one more thing that pushes me away from Star Wars, and that's the fandom. Star Wars definitely has one of the more toxic and divided fan bases when it comes to nerdy stuff like this. Um, I mean, you have your OG fans, your prequel fans, your Disney fans, and a few other things, and then you have your diehard fans, and you have every combination of those things that you can think of. But they all hate each other, and they all gatekeep movies and stuff that were made 20 years apart. And that's why I have a hard time getting into it, because they don't allow much room for nuance. You either fall into their group, or it's fuck you idiot, don't even talk about Star Wars, which is probably a comment I'm gonna get on this video. But if you don't believe me, why don't we go take a look over where most of these asshats, well, let's just be honest, most asshats do their arguing over on Twitter. You should follow me. Just like that. Ed Powell says, seeing the Star Wars movies does not make you a Star Wars fan. Actual Star Wars fans have done some of the following: read the novelizations, read the books in the EU, read the new canon books, read some comics, watch the animated series, and participated in Star Wars discussion groups. Now, this guy did get some backlash for this one, and people just in general thought that was a dumb take, which, I mean, they aren't wrong. But I kept looking, and I found a nice little collage that I will now read you a couple from. Now look at this nice little collection of tweets here. You have, I'm gonna kill J.J. Abrams with my own hands. Oh, you have that a few times. Die, J.J. Abrams. Finally seen this Rise of Skywalker, and I'm going to kill J.J. Abrams with my own hands. I want J.J. Abrams' head on a platter. And someone has it in their bio on Twitter. Arrested for the murder of one J.J. Abrams. What the fuck? That's a lot of people who want J.J. Abrams to die for making a movie or two. I mean, I wasn't really into The Force Awakens that much, and I haven't watched The Rise of Skywalker and don't really plan to. But wanting the dude dead is a little fucking extreme if you ask me. Like, nobody asked me, okay? But I'm gonna say it anyways. You guys need to calm the fuck down, okay? It's a movie. He didn't murder your fucking families. He didn't commit any crimes. He made a movie. Shut the hell up. Jesus. That is why I don't like Star Wars. Well, the movies. The movies just focus on the wrong thing. I think they need to stop focusing on the Skywalkers, because I think they're played out and boring as hell at this point. You know, the asshole gatekeeping fans as we previously saw. So I'll stick to the video games, the TV shows, and the occasional comic book. I could probably go the rest of my life without watching another Star Wars movie, and my life will go unaffected. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think of Star Wars, either in the comments below, if you haven't already told me to kill myself, or over on Twitter, at ahump101. But thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you next time.